You're looking at Honda's new NC700X. The NC stands for New Concept, and what the new concept is a laid down parallel twin. It's basically half of a Honda Fit car engine. So this thing can be a good commuter, basically a do-it-all versatile bike. 670cc parallel twin engine, and easy to ride. But new concept? Maybe Kawasaki has something to say about that. So it turns out Kawasaki's Versys is actually a pretty good match for the new concept Honda. It's got a 650cc parallel twin, 670cc on the Honda, upright ergonomics, can do anything on it from commuting to sport touring to even some canyon carving. One of the big differences here, this thing costs $8,000 for the 2013 model, and the Honda is only $7,000, so there's $1,000 in difference. So we're going to take them for a ride, do all kinds of riding on it today, and find out how they compare. So part of the new concept theory from Honda is this inclined parallel twin engine configuration. Odd feeling for a motorcycle engine. Red line is only 6,500 RPM, which is really low. It's like a car engine where the cylinder arrangement is based off the Honda Fit. So when you're riding it, it feels almost like a diesel in comparison to a revvy normal motorcycle engine. So it doesn't take riding it very long before you hit the rev limiter thinking that it's going to be revving out longer. So you really take advantage of its low RPM torque. It's kind of short shifted, as you describe it from another motorcycle. So this inclined engine configuration frees up a lot of room right here. This gives a really usable storage compartment. You can actually go to the grocery store and pick up a whole bunch of things and store your helmet in there. You never have to worry about a helmet lock securing it. As opposed to the Versys, which has dual front disc brakes, the NC700X has a single front disc brake. And what's interesting here is that instead of having a carrier like most disc brakes, the rotor mounts directly to the wheel. By fitting the fuel tank underneath the seat, there's less room, so it has 3.7 gallons compared to the Versys. Versys has 5 gallons. However, the NC700 is going to get better fuel economy than the Versys, so the range should be near about equal. Kawasaki's Versys engine is based on the Ninja 650s. It's a parallel twin arrangement like the Honda. However, the cylinders are stacked in the more traditional vertical arrangement. And so that takes away space from making a storage compartment like the Honda has. While the Honda's engine is under square, so the stroke is bigger than the bore, the Kawasaki Versys parallel twin engine is over square, like pretty much every motorcycle engine. That means it revs out a lot more, and compared to the Honda's 6,500 RPM limit, the Versys is about 10,500. So while the Honda puts out maybe 48 horsepower to the rear wheel, the Versys is closer to 56, 57. However, if you're just a commuter looking for good fuel economy, the Honda's engine has some advantages. Alright, so we've done just about everything on these two bikes that you can do. We've done freeway running, done commuting, slow speed running. We've even taken them a little bit off-road, and we've done some canyon carving as well. Got my buddy Martin Firestone next to me. Been along for the ride. Martin, what's the difference between these two bikes in your mind?
I think the bikes are very similar. I like them both. I immediately felt comfortable when first riding the bikes. I like the engine a little bit better for sporty riding on the Kawasaki, and I think that I'd give the nod to the Honda for all-around town riding and conservative street riding.
So another area these two bikes distinguish itself from each other is the steering geometry and wheelbase of the Kawasaki is a little bit more sporty. 25-degree rake and a 57 or so inch wheelbase. The Honda's got a 27-degree rake, so it steers a bit slower, and it's got a little bit longer wheelbase, 60 or so inches. So it feels a little less eager to tip into corners. Where that pays off is on the freeway or highway. This thing feels secure and stable, and not that the Kawasaki doesn't, but it just has a slower dynamic to its steering responses. So as similar as these bikes are, they're quite a bit different. The Honda makes a better beginner bike, and the Kawasaki makes a better sport bike. So depending on who you are and what you're looking for out of your motorcycle, the choice is clear.